So let us see a few questions and answers in electronics and communications engineering. So these are MCQ questions. The first is for two variables n equal to 2, the possible Boolean functions is this one. Can you answer this? What are the possible Boolean functions for two variables n equal to 2? The and or functions, there are only two of the possible, 16 possible functions found with two binary variables. So therefore, for two variables n equal to 2, the number of possible Boolean function is 16. How? Because we have two variables. Say we have variable A, variable B. A can take value 0, 1, B can take value 0, 1, so they are in on 4. What all combination can be made? This is 16. So answer is 16. Next is the major advantage of CMOS. Is it what? These are options for you. What are the one major advantage? You have to give me one major advantage of CMOS. What is the answer? The answer is A, low propagation delay. This means that it is not practical for use in systems requiring high speed operations. So the characteristics parameters for the CMOS gate depend on the power supply voltage, VDD, that is used. The power dissipation increases with the increase in voltage supply, and the propagation delay decreases with the increase in voltage supply, and the noise margin is estimated to be about 40% of the voltage supply value. So that is around 40%. Next is 64K memory. 64K memory contains how many words of 8 bits each? How many words of 8 bits? So 8 bit means it is talking about 1 byte. 1 byte. So how many bytes it is asking for? 64K memory contains how many words? 64K. Can you answer this? This is consider just the first given answer. The answer is actually A. This is the answer, 65536. You just consider a 20-bit logical address. So the 4-bit segment address or segment number specifies one of the 16 segments, and the 8-bit page number can specify up to 256 page. And the 8-bit word field implies the page size of 256 word. So this configuration allows each segment to have any number of pages up to 256. So the smallest possible segment will have one page of 256 words. So the largest possible segment will have 256 pages for a total of 256 into 256. That will be 64K words. Okay. So the answer is actually 256 into 256 is 65536, and that which means you have 64K words, right? What I'm trying to say is, consider 20. We have 20-bit logical address, 4-bit segment number specify one of the 16 segments. Then you have 8-bit. 8-bit page number can specify 256 pages, right? And the 8-bit, so this is 8 and 4 is 12, now 8 is remaining. So now this 8-bit word implies a page size of how many words? 256 words. 256 words again. So this configuration allows each segment to have any number of pages up to 256. So the smallest possible segment will have one page of 256 words. The largest possible segment will have 256 pages. So for a total of 256 into 256, that is 65536. Next is the simplest way to determine cache location in which to store memory block is the dash. The simplest way to determine cache locations in which to store memory block is these are 4 options for you. Can you guess the answer and give it to me? The simplest way to determine cache locations in which to store memory blocks is the answer is here is B, direct mapping technique. Why? Because associative memories are expensive compared to random access memories because of the added logic associated with each cell. So therefore, the simplest way to determine cache locations in which to store memory blocks is the direct memory technique, right? Now next is the sum of -6 and -13 using 2's complement addition is what? So I hope you are having pen and pencil or working pad in your hand. So try it out and tell me the answer. Can you tell me the answer? So answer is D. I hope you have found out, because let us see, -6. First we'll start with -6. -6, the 2's complement of -6 is what? Is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. And 2's complement of -13 is what? 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And we can add the two numbers in their 2's complement form. Yeah, so including their sign bits, and discard any carry out of the sign to the leftmost bit position. So the answer is would be -19. How? These values I have just written, so let me do it for you again. This is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. And here it is 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So this will be 1, this will be 0, 1, so it will be 1, 1, 0 is 1 again, and then we have 1, 0, go, so that will be again 0, 1, and then we have 1, 1, 1. So this will be a minus sign. That will be minus, and this corresponds to 19. If you compute it, it will come to 19. Next is, which one of the following CPU registers hold the address of the instructions in the program stored in memory to be executed next? So is it program counter or instruction register? What is the answer? The sixth is, the answer is E, program counter. Program counter holds. So program counter is that CPU register that holds the address of the instruction in the program stored in the memory to be executed next. Next is, what are the major components of CPU? What are the major components of CPU? Can you answer this? This is very intuitive, and you should answer this. The answer here is A, control unit, register unit, ALU. So ALU, arithmetic logical unit, control unit, and register unit. Now the next question is A. Given the characteristics of table of JK flip-flop, if you're not aware of JK flip-flop, you should really reconsider going and understanding JK flip-flop. Find the missing output value. So this is the condition which is asked 1, 1. What will be the next state? So the answer is D, toggle Q-J. See, this is only the complement state. So this is the toggle or complement state. This is how JK flip-flop get rid of that race or unwanted condition in the RS flip-flop. So if 1, 1 is there, it will just toggle rather than giving any undecided or undetermined condition. Next is, what is Q when S equal to R and R equal to S equal to 1 and R equal to 1 SR flip-flop? 1 and 1. So I just answered in the eighth one. When R equal to, see, JNK removes the race condition of R and S when they are 1 and 1, RS flip-flop. So what is Q when S equal to 1 and R equal to 1 for SR flip-flop? Can you answer this? The answer is similar, because the answer would be E. It is indeterminate. You cannot determine what is going to come. So when R equal to 1 and S equal to 1, race will always end with a master latch in the logic 1 state, but this will not be certain with the real components. That is why the answer is E. The next is, what does T stands for in the T flip-flop? T, is it for toggle or any other thing? Toggle flip-flop? C. The answer is C. Toggle flip-flop, as it changes its output on each clock edge toggle. Now the next is, in which type of flip-flop the indeterminate condition of SR flip-flop that is eliminated? We have just answered this in the earlier two questions. The answer is B, that is JK flip-flop. Indeterminate condition of X equal to 1, R equal to 1 is, this condition is eliminated in JK flip-flop. Next is, the bulk of the binary information in a digital computer is stored in memory. But all computations are done where? See, bulk is in the memory. So computations are done where? These are options for you. Give me the correct answer. The answer is processor registers. The answer is processor registers because the operation part of the instruction code specifies the operation to be performed. This operation will be executed on some data stored in memory and or these processor registers. So an instruction code therefore must specify not only the operation but also the register or memory words where the operands are to be found, as well as the register or memory words where the result is to be stored. So for this very reason, the bulk of binary information in a digital computer is stored in memory, but all computations they are done in your process register. As the answer is, this is the answer. Next is information transfer from one register to another is designated in symbolic form by means of one register to another symbolic form. 13. The answer is replacement operator. Is this the correct answer? Yes. Because the replacement operator consisting of the information transfer from one register to another is designated in the symbolic form. Next is the register found in the processor unit. What are these called? The registers found in the processor unit. The answer is operational register. Registers, let me change. Because there are two things. Registers which are found in processor, they are called the operational procedure, and those which are found in memory, they are called memory registers. So we'll go with the A one. A is the answer. Okay. So next is the technique that automatically move program and data block into the physical memory when they are required for execution are. What is that technique? Automatically move program and data block into the physical memory, main memory, when they are required for execution. The answer here is, can you guess the answer? The answer is virtual memory techniques. Virtual memory system provides a mechanism for translating program generated addresses into the correct memory locations, main memory locations. So this is done dynamically while the program is being executed in the CPU. The translation or mapping is handled automatically by the hardware by means of MMU, that is the mapping table. Okay. Next question is, what digit is added to the XS3 code generation? XS3 code. The answer is, it is XS3. Answer is 3. Because the XS3 code generation takes 3 as excess of the binary code. It is found by doing the XOR values, but you just add 3 to the final value. Next is the processor dash and the IO devices are interconnected by means of a common bus. The processor, the dash, and the input-output device. So what is the correct answer? The answer is it A, cache memory? You can take this cache memory because the bus master is allowed to initiate data transfer on the bus. So processor, cache memory, and the input-output devices. 18. System software usually includes a program called a dash, which helps the programmer to find errors in the program. System software usually includes a program with a what? The answer is debugger. Debugger is a program which finds errors in the. Now the next question is, to convert octal code to binary code, which of the following digital functions should be used? And these are the options for you in 19th question. So what will be the correct answer? Can you guess the answer, please? The answer is A. We'll go with the decoder. Okay. Next is, a full adder is simply a connection of two half adders joined by what? 20. The answer is B. OR gate. A full adder is simply a connection of two half adders joined by a OR gate, and the other half adder simplify the AND gate also. Next is a combination circuit that converts binary information from n input lines to a maximum of unique output lines is what? The answer is, can you guess the answer? The answer is again decoder, because decoder uses address inputs as binary numbers and produces an output signal. Next, the correspondence between the main memory blocks and those in the cache is specified by. Next is, the answer is mapping function. We go with the mapping function because the correspondence between the main memory block and those in the cache is specified by mapping function. In this case, the correspondence, which is the mapping function which we are talking about, this is because the basic characteristics of cache memory is fast access time. So therefore, very little or no time would be wasted when searching for words in the cache. The CPU nearly delays its operation from one memory cycle to allow direct memory input-output transfer. Now the process is called what? The CPU nearly delays its operation for one memory cycle and it allows direct memory input-output transfer. The answer is, can you guess the answer? The answer is called as, this is called as cycle stealing. Cycle stealing, this is a technique called cycle stealing which allows the DMA controller to transfer one data word at a time, after which it must return control of buses to the CPU. Cycle stealing. Next is the control condition is terminated with, the control condition is terminated with what? The answer is, can you guess the answer? The answer here is C, colon. The control condition is terminated with a colon. Next is, what are the missing values in the truth table of a half adder given below? Half adder. So what would be your answer? This is, there are certain values which are missing in the truth table of half adder, which adds 2 value. So the answer would be, this is C, 0. Because when x equal to 0, y equal to 0, the corresponding carry and the sum, this is carry and this is sum, will also be 0 only. Okay. Next is, what are the building blocks of combinational circuits? What are the building blocks of combinational circuit? These are options for you. Basic building blocks. The answer is logical gates or logic gates. Logic gates are building blocks of combinational circuit, whereas the flip-flops are combination of logic gates. Registers are memory storage. Let me tell you once again. This flip-flop, what it is? Flip-flops. These are combination of logic gate. Combination of logic gate. So our answer was logic gates. So what about registers? Registers are memory storage. Memory storage. Next is x plus xy is equal to x. Is called what? X plus xy. You take x as common, 1 plus y. You add anything to 1, that will be 1 only. So it will be x. So this is called as what? These are options for you. The answer is absorption law. Absorption law. D. See, this is absorption law. Next is, what is BC of this one? This is a binary value, so you have to answer the BCD, that is binary coded decimal equivalent of this value. So how are you going to answer this? See, you have to just format it like this, 3, 3, 3. So what will be the first value? It is 3. What is this value? 1 plus 2 plus 4, that is 7. What is this value? 0. So what our answer will be? Can we take this value? Yes, of course. 370 is the correct answer. Next is Boolean functions expressed as dash of minterms or dash of maxterms are said to be in canonical form. So minterms, they are addition, and maxterms, they are multiplication. Is it correct? Or any other options would you like? So we'll take the answer as B. So minterms are sum, maxterms are multiplication of product. Next is, which of the following modes are used to handle data transfer to and from peripherals? Which of the following modes are used to handle data transfer to and from peripherals? 30, the answer would be D, programmed I/O, interrupted, initiated I/O, and direct memory access. So all these three are the modes that are used to handle data transfer to and from the peripherals. Next is gray code of a given binary number. 1001 is this one or this one. All these. Please find the correct answer. You know how to compute the gray code. The gray code of 31. Question 1001 is nothing but the. We'll take the answer as C, 1101. This is the correct answer, 1101. Now I'll leave it an exercise for you to convert or to find out the gray code of 1001. Next, which of the following representation requires the least number of bits to store the number plus 255? Which of the following representation requires the least number of bits to store the number plus 255, and the answer is D, unsigned binary. Unsigned binary representation occupies less space to store the number plus 255. Next is for two variables n equal to 2, the number of possible Boolean functions is n equal to 2. So we have taken this question already. The answer is C, 16. Why? Why? Because I already told you the AND and OR functions are the only, two of the total of 16 possible functions formed with two binary variables. Therefore, for two variables n equal to 2, the possible number of possible Boolean functions is... The next question is, the set of physical addresses is called what? The set of physical addresses is... The answer is B, address space. The set of physical addresses is called as address space. The collection of address space in a physical memory is called the address space. Next is, what is the name of the device that is allowed to initiate data transfer on the bus? Name of the device allowed to initiate data transfer on the bus. The answer would be bus master. Bus master is allowed to initiate the data transfer on the bus. Next is 57. The DMA transfer technique, where transfer of one word data at a time is called, is known as, we have already seen this. The answer here is A, cycle stealing. What interface is used to connect to processor to input-output devices that require transmission of data 1 bit at a time? What interface is that? The answer is serial interface. RS-232 and RS-422. So this interface is used to connect the processor to I/O devices that requires transmission of data 1 bit at a time. So serial port will be used, or serial data will be used. This is the serial port. I'm just mixing it up. Just ignore this. Actually, I'm just saying that this is what serial is about. But the question here is not about this. So the answer would be serial, because this is an interface to connect the processor to I/O devices. What are the building blocks of combinational circuits? You know what these are? These are logic gates. You've already seen this. Logic gates. It is based because flip-flops are a combination of logic gates and registers are memory storage. Next is the transfer of new information into the register is called what? The transfer of new information into the register is known as B. That is, entering new information into a register is nothing but loading. Next is, convert the decimal 88810 to base 5. Base 5. How you are going to convert it? Let me tell you the procedure. We divide 888 by 5. Every time we divide it by 5. And we write all the remainders term from the bottom to top. From bottom to top. And finally, we will get the value. That is to base. So, please try it out. The answer is this one, B. Consider the following logic functions, f, a, b, c, f, a, comma, b, b, comma, c, which is equal to a plus b plus c dash dot a plus b dash c dash, which of the following would be the result of the above logic function to be simplified using K-maps. What will be the answer? I'll give you the direct answer. You can just make this combination and just tell me what will be the answer. Or you can easily perform it also if you want. Okay. So hope you will do it by yourself or by using K-map. Let me solve it for you here. Okay, I'll multiply and solve it, and the answer is A. How we get to the answer A? Let me tell you. Let us multiply first. This A into A. We multiply A with all of these. A dot A. Then A B dash plus A C dash. Then plus B A plus. Now I'm multiplying B with A B dash and C dash. So B A plus B B dash plus B C dash. Then we'll get C dash multiplied by all this. So C dash A plus C dash B dash plus C dash C dash. Okay. Now A is A. When I combine A with, because A with A B dash, that is A plus A B dash, I will take A common. This will 1 plus B dash, and by absorption law, what it will be? It will be A only. Okay, so this will be removed. Again, I'll do the same stuff with this. We have A and C dash, so I'll take A common, 1 plus C dash will be removed, so A will be found. Again, I'll do it with this. I'll take A common, and 1 plus B will be, again, A. Then now B dash, because B and B complement, this will be 0. Then we come to B C dash, so let me write it. B C dash plus C dash A plus C dash B dash plus C dash that is C dash. Okay. Now what about this? Let me take a C dash common from these two. Okay. So B plus B dash will be what? B plus B dash will be 0. So it will be gone. Now C dash A, let me take C dash common. So 1 plus A will be only C dash. So here A is there, here C dash is there. So A plus C dash. So this is the answer. First one is the answer. And I hope and I really suggest you to go and solve it using K-map. Next question is, what is the equivalent in hexadecimal for the decimal number 973? Hexadecimal of the decimal number. Now what you are going to do, tell me. I hope that you are going to solve it. Decimal number, just change into binary, make combination of 4 and just write it. So the answer here is G. This one, 3CD. What is the word size of 8086 processor? 64. The answer is 16. It is a 16-bit processor. So we'll go with this B. This is the answer. What kind of information is stored inside the computer? What kind of information is stored inside the computer? The answer is A. Binary form. Computer stores the binary form information. That is, the data inside a computer is represented in the binary form, that is zeros and ones. Next question is, what is parity bit? What is a parity bit? A parity bit is used to detect errors. So we'll go with this B. It is used to detect errors. This is the answer. Next is, what is the minimum number of bits required to store the hexadecimal number FF? FF 11111111. So 67. The answer would be B. Why? Because the minimum number of bits which are required to store hexadecimal number FF will not be this much. It will be only 4. Only before the answer is 4. Then what is the purpose of floating point unit FPU? FPU. It makes some arithmetic calculation faster. FPU from floating point unit. So we'll go with D. It makes some arithmetic calculation faster. Next is, which of the following is not a type of processor? These are options for you. Which of the following is not a type of processor? The answer is B. Motorola 8086. This is not a processor. While PowerPC 601, Motorola 68000, Intel Pentium, Z80, all these are the type of processor. Next is, cycle stealing is or are used in which concept? Cycle stealing. The answer is, this is used in DMA. So we'll go with the answer B, because the cycle stealing concept is used in DMA. Next is, what is an optical storage? What is an optical storage? The answer would be, can you find the answer? The answer is A. Has faster access time than the disk storage. Okay, so optical storage has faster access time than disk storage. We'll go with A. Next is, what is the purpose of RAID system? RAID system. Answer is C. Because it increases the disk storage capacity and availability. It increases the disk storage capacity and availability. Next is, what is the purpose of stack pointer register? SP, stack pointer register. The answer here is, it is used for accessing the stack. Is it true? Yes. Stack pointer is register is used to access stacks. Answer is C. Next is, what is the which of the following statement is wrong? So the following statement is wrong. The answer is, please read them and just answer me. Which is the wrong one? The answer is this one. Combination circuits has memory. No. Sequential circuit has memory, right? Sequential circuit is a function of time. Combinational circuits does not require feedback path. Sequential circuit require feedback path. So answer is A. This is not correct. Next is, which of the following is not involved in memory write operations? Which of the following is not involved in the memory write operation? So can you give me the answer? 75th. The answer is E. E. That is the data bus. It is not involved in the memory write operation. Okay. Next is, which of the following is responsible for coordinating various operations using timing signals? Which of the following is responsible for coordinating various operations using timing signals? The answer here is B. Control unit. See, let me tell you. Let me tell you the reason. Because which of the following is responsible for coordinating various operations using timing signals? It is specifically arithmetic logic unit is responsible for coordinating various operations using the timing signals. Okay, so we will go with the answer A or B. So the final answer would be, because I have already told you that arithmetic logic unit is responsible for coordinating various operations using time series. But the answer will be control unit. This is the answer for us, control unit. Okay. So what is LRU algorithm? The answer is, this is the C one. Okay. The pages that have been least recently used, 77. So it pages out pages that have been least recently used. Next is, which of the following is true about ROM? Please read these and tell me which of the following is true about ROM. 78. The answer is, of course, you guessed it right. ROM is a non-volatile memory. Next is, cache memory enhances what? These are the options for you. Cache memory enhances memory access time. It enhances memory access time. So we'll go with 79. We'll go with the answer B. Cache memory enhances the memory access time. Otherwise, if it is not in cache, it has to go to main memory. Otherwise, it will go to the disk. So those options or those timing delay are reduced immensely by the cache memory. Next is, an OR gate generates a low output when? Answer is, the OR gate generates a low output when? Answer is, OR gate you know very well. The answer is C. All of its inputs are low. So when all of its inputs are low, and it is C, because all the inputs are low, all the inputs are high. So in both the cases. Next is, a machine cycle refers to what? These are options for you. A machine cycle refers to? The answer is C. Fetching, decoding, executing, and instruction. So a machine cycle refers to all these three: fetching, decoding, executing. Next is, a system bus is made up of what? The system bus is made up of? The answer here is, we'll take D. System bus is made up of control bus, data bus, and address bus. Next is, the code used to boot up a computer is stored in where? Is it ROM or any other? 83. So the answer will be ROM only. This is, the bootable code is stored in read-only memory, ROM. In accessing a disk block, the longest delay is due to, in accessing a disk block, the longest delay is due to 84. The answer is, of course, we have already seen this. This is access time. The longest delay is due to access time. Next is, which of the following are not parts of the CPU? CPU. Central processing unit, which is not the part of the CPU. 85th. The answer is system bus. System bus. System bus is not a part of the CPU. Others are ALU, control unit, registers. Next is, memory mapped input-output involves transferring of what? Memory mapped input-output. The answer is E. Information between your input-output devices and the CPU. Name the type of memory that can be erased with electric discharge. Electric discharge. So the answer is D. Electrically erasable, programmable, read-only memory. This is the type of memory whose content is erased with the passage of electricity. Now 88. What is the units of measuring the CPU performance? CPU performance. Is it MIPS or any other? Measuring the CPU performance. The answer is, we can measure the CPU performance in terms of megahertz. This is the answer, C. Why I indicated MIPS, because we check for, when we go to supercomputer, we check for MFLOPS, million floating operation per second, and MIPS also is million instruction per second. But CPU performance, megahertz. Next is, the read-write line belongs to. Read-write line belongs to. The answer would be C. Address bus. Read-write line belongs to the address bus. Next is, busy waiting is a technique. Busy waiting. Next is busy waiting. Can you answer? Please read them very carefully and answer me. Busy waiting is a technique. A. to allow a CPU wait for a busy device. Busy waiting. Now next is, which of the following addressing modes specifies a register which contains the memory address of the operand? Which of the following addressing mode specify a register which contains the memory address of the operand? The answer is C. Register indirect addressing mode. Addressing mode that specifies a register which contains the memory address of the operand is register indirect addressing mode. Next, identify the term which indicate a set of logical addresses. Identify the term which indicate the set of logical addresses. 92. The answer is address space. We already seen this. Address space. The answer is C. Next is, which of the following is false related to stack? Please read them very carefully. Which is false? The answer is this one. Why? Because it does not do this. FIFO. It implements LIFO. Last and first out. Otherwise, stack pointer point to the top. Most element of the stack. This is correct. When the push and pop operation are applicable, this is also true. Useful for nested loops, subroutine calls, again true. Efficient for arithmetic expression evaluation, again true, but implements LIFO, not FIFO. Which of the following is the method in which the unit receiving the data responds with another control signal? 94. What is the answer you are going to give? The answer is handshaking. Handshaking is the method in which the unit receiving the data responds with another control signal. What is the page replacement algorithm in which there is a replacement of a page which will not be used for the longest period of time? Okay, so the question itself answers the answer. Give you the answer. The answer is it OPT optimal? Yes. The page replacement algorithm in which there is a replacement of a page which will not be used for the longest period of time is OPT optimal. Next is, of the following, what is an input device for which finger shows the current movement? Finger. The answer is glide pad. Glide pad. Next is, consider the following unsigned decimal numbers 6543444. What is the result after subtracting 1 by taking the tens complement of 2? Tens complement of 2. The answer would be, I will hope that you'll do it by yourself. I'll tell you the answer. The answer is 2099. You can just easily subtract 6543 by 4444 and it will be 2099 only. You just try it. Subtract these two. 2099. The first is, what is the octal equivalent of a given binary number? Now this is a binary number. How you are going to find out the octal? Make combination of 3, 011 and 001. So that will be 31. Answer will be this one. B. We'll take the answer as B. Next is, which of the following describes the mnemonic SPA? Mnemonic SPA. Can you answer this? Please read them very carefully. The answer is B. Skip if accumulator positive. SPA stands for skip if accumulator positive. SPA. Next is, what is the following? Which of the following is correct related to the circuit diagrams? You have to find out the correct one with respect to the circuit diagrams. Can you answer this? Read them and tell me the answer. The answer, if you have got C, if the C is your choice, then this is correct. Combinational circuit is an interconnection of logic gates. Combinational circuit is an interconnection of logic gates, which is correct among all these. Of the following, identify the memory usually written by the manufacturer. Manufacturer gives you some memory already written. So which of these you are going to choose? This is 101. Answer is wrong. This is the answer. Wrong. D. Wrong is the memory usually written by the manufacturer. Next is, what does D stand for in D flip-flop? D. Is it delay or any other? 102. The answer is D stands for data. It is data flip-flop. D. Data flip-flop. Okay. Next is, consider the program is executed from main memory until it attempts to reference a page that is still in auxiliary memory. Identify this condition. So, what are you going to answer? These are options for you. The answer here is B. Page fault. Why? The program is executed from main memory until it attempts to reference a page that is still in auxiliary memory, which is called as a page fault. Next is DMA. DMA stands for direct memory access. So we'll take the answer as C. This one. Next is, what is the symbol to represent a state in the state diagram? State in the state diagram. So I leave it as an exercise for you. What is the symbol to represent the state? What is the state in the state diagram? Next is consider DR, this back arrow, MAR. What does this identify? This operation identify 106. The answer is it is a memory read. This is a memory read. Okay, memory read. A computer has a memory of 256k words of 32 bits each. How many bits are required to specify the address part? Can you tell me the answer? 256k has a memory of 256k words of 32 bits each. How many bits are required to specify the address part? So again, a computer has a memory of 256. So how many bits? It is 18. If you are aware that in 32 bits, how many bits you are going to specify this, it is going to 2 to the power 18, so that will be 18 bits. Now, which one of the following can be called as peripheral? Let me tell you for this. 256k is nothing but 256 into 1024. That is 2 to the power 10, 2 to the power 8. That is 2 to the power 18. That is why we have come to these 18 bits. Which one of the following can be called as a peripheral? 108. Peripheral, the answer is speakers. Speaker is a peripheral. Now, we have a symbol. Let me make it for you. Okay. Now tell me the signal is for which gate? Of course, the answer is AND. This is the answer. What is the option set to 1? Or what is the operations set to 1, the bits in one register when there are corresponding ones in the second register? 110. The answer would be selective set. Selective set is the operation which sets to 1 the bits in one register where there are corresponding ones in the second register. Next is what is represented by this one, E7IT, in the instruction cycle. What is this? This is D7IT. So let me write it for you again. D7IT. What is represented by this in the instruction cycle? The answer is, can you find the answer which best suits this question? The answer is register reference operation, D7IT. Next is, what is the R-1's complement of 345 in octal number system? What is this? Okay, this is 345 and you have to find the octal equivalent. Please try to find out. I'll tell you the answer. The answer is D, 432. Okay, 432. See, if you add 345, 432, you will get 777. This is R-1's complement. What is described by mnemonic SHRA? SHRA is nothing but which is the answer? This is for arithmetic shift right. Arithmetic shift right. Next is which of the following terms describe that the information which will be used in near future is likely to be in use already. Which of the following terms it describes that the information which will be used in near future is likely to be in use already? So what is this? The best answer to this question will be, the answer is temporal locality. Temporal locality describes that the information which will be used in near future is likely to be in use already. Temporal locality. CISC, complex instruction set computing, a computer. 115. The answer is, you got it right, it is C, complex instruction set computer. What are the 3 state gates in the digital circuit? So you have to tell the 3 state gate in a digital circuit. So what would be your answer? If you got this one, E, now this is correct. Logic 0, logic 1 and high impedance. So these are the 3 state gates in the digital circuit. Next. What is the table that lists the required inputs for a given change of state? What is the table that lists the required inputs for a given change of state? The answer is G, excitation table. Table that lists the required inputs for a given change of state is excitation table. Okay. Next is microphone is what? Microphone, is it an input device or any other? 118. The answer is, it is an input device. Microphone is an input device. Next is, of the following phases, identify the phase in which the program must reside in the main memory. Which phase programs must reside in the main memory? The answer is, of course, execution time. It has to be in the main memory. Next is x complement of complement. What will be that? Complement of complement will be x itself. So 120. The answer is D. Next is, of the following, what is the input device for which finger shows the cursor movement? Is it glide pad? We have seen already. It is D, glide pad. What is equivalent of minus 35 10 base in 8-bit 2's complement representation? What will it be? In 8 bits 2's complement representation, the equivalent of minus 35 will be, this is decimal. Let me tell you the answer. The answer is C. The answer is C. I hope that you are going to find it out by yourself. 110 11101. Okay. The BCD equivalent of decimal number 32.94 is what? BCD equivalent. Binary coded decimal. You just have to make the combinations, nothing else. So the answer here is 32.94. So we'll go with the A one. This is 3, this is 2, this is 9, this is 4. 32.94. The code which can represent numbers, characters and special characters are called what? Code which can represent numbers, characters, special characters are called as, the answer is D, alphanumeric code. These are called as alphanumeric code. Next, in a Hamming code for transmitting a data of 4-bit, how many parity bits are used for 4-bit Hamming code? The answer is 3 parity bits will be used. 3 in Hamming code, 3 parity bits will be used. Now, this is a Boolean expression. I want you to find out which is the correct answer. These are the terms. We call them as the Boolean expression, min terms or max terms. So you easily find out the combination of this summation. So that will be, what is it? You can easily find it out by making a A, B, C, D. You can make it like this. These are around 8 ones, so you can make one more. So I hope that you are going to do it. This is the way we are going to do it, and you have to find out which values correspond to this. F 157. The answer is B. Please try it out by yourself. It is 7 value. This is 9. This is 10. Okay. Next is a Boolean expression. Now F ABCD sigma M03 is given by. Which one of this is correct? Again, this is the options for you. The answer is the first one. First one, the Boolean expression is given by this one. A, B, C dash D dash, A, B, C, D. Next is, in a Karnaugh map, the adjacent minterms can be combined only if the configuration is what? The answer is configuration of 2. So answer would be, we'll take the answer as A. Karnaugh map, the adjacent minterms can be combined only if the configuration is 2. Now, for realizing the Boolean expression AC plus AD plus BC plus BD, how many number of inputs are needed? For realizing this, we would need 12. Answer is 12. For realizing this Boolean expression, we would need around 12 number of inputs. Then, so these are a few more questions on the present topic, that is the digital electronics and various electronics related aspects. We'll be taking one more session. Thank you so much. Take care.